In a quiet town, nestled between dark woods and misty mountains, there was an old house at the end of Blackwood Lane. No one knew who built it, and it had been abandoned for as long as anyone could remember. But rumors whispered that every year on Halloween night, the house came to life. One Halloween, a group of curious teenagers dared each other to visit the house at midnight. They called it the Shadow House, because of the strange shadows that seemed to shift and move in the windows, even when no one was inside. Midnight came, and the group crept toward the house, flashlights flickering. The front door creaked open, as though inviting them inside. Hesitantly, they entered and found themselves in a grand, dusty foyer. The air was thick and smelled faintly of decay, as though something had died there long ago. As they explored, the walls seemed to shift and breathe. Shadows stretched across the floor, twisting into shapes that resembled hands, faces, even entire bodies that seemed to follow them. One of them swore. They heard faint whispers, but when they tried to listen closer, the voices faded to silence. They reached a room at the end of a dark hallway filled with broken mirrors. In each mirror, they saw reflections of themselves, but the images were wrong. Their reflections had hollow, dark eyes and wide grins that grew sharper and wider every time they looked away. One of the teens, named Lily, was drawn to a particularly large mirror covered in a shroud of dust. She wiped it clean, and as she stared into it, her reflection began to move on its own. It raised a hand, beckoning her forward, a twisted smile spreading across its face. Her friends tried to pull her away, but Lily was frozen, captivated by her own reflection. Suddenly, her reflection whispered, "Stay with us, forever." And before anyone could react, Lily's reflection reached through the glass and grabbed her arm. She screamed as she was yanked forward, disappearing into the mirror with a final, blood-chilling cry. The others fled, terrified, never looking back. When they escaped the house, it stood silent and dark once more. The next day, the house was boarded up, as though no one had entered it in years. As for Lily, she was never seen again. But to this day, if you look closely at the mirrors in that old house, some say you can see her staring back, with hollow eyes and a twisted smile, waiting for the next visitor to take her place.